Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video of Theonopolis. Quick recap: for the last video we built Scylla, or just, teaming the Octopus, right? And now we are back in the main part of the harbor. I have to say, today there aren't going to be a lot of buildings. It's mostly detailing, and yeah. But before we get into that, I quickly want to ask, because I have been working on like a secret project off screen, and I'm really like, do you guys want to see anything of that? Which is mostly going to be like teaser form, like showing maybe 2 minutes of me building that place. And yeah, are you guys interested in seeing that? Because yeah, I just want to show it, but I can't show too much. So again, do you guys want to see it, or are you okay with like waiting until it's completely finished and then show you like the POV of the fit? You already know right now it's not a right or flat right. So yeah. If you want to see it, say it down below in the comments. If you don't, just say something in the comments. But yeah, if you do want to see it, I will work it in the videos. Again, as I said, probably like 2 minutes of me building that at the end of videos, so it doesn't interfere with the main video. Yeah. So again, as I said, won't be a lot of building today, just detailing. And what I'm building now is a Stoa. I did look it up, or at least how you say it, and I still don't know if I'm saying it correctly, but a Stoa is basically like a covered place where merchants could buy and sell and everything. And where it's covered, it's mainly just like a colonnade. Yeah, if you want to reference, it looks a bit like the third temple we built on the Acropolis. But the Stoa was, again, mainly functional as a place for merchants to sell their goods under a roof. And well, the main function that I got from it is it defines like the edges of a marketplace or the Agora. So, well, this is kind of an edge. But the reason that the Stoa is here, because there are going to be multiples, because this is not like the main part of the Agora. But the reason it's here is because I wanted like a bit of a centerpiece at the waterfront, and yeah, I didn't want it to, I didn't want, like, now the centerpiece is a bit more like the coaster, but the coaster doesn't scream harbor. So I wanted a centerpiece that screamed harbor a bit more. And because the harbor is connected to the merchants, Stoa fit right in there. And also, the Stoa doesn't really, dethrone the coaster too much, because it doesn't have a lot of height. Because the merchants, of course, couldn't use height. Like, what could they do there? Yeah, they could hang stuff, but yeah, that wasn't really useful. So, if you want a realistic looking Stoa, don't add a lot of height to it. Like, the height of one column or pillar is usually what the height of a Stoa was. And then a roof. The roof can be quite varied. I choose a flat roof, but you can use just, tiled, slanted roof, anything. Also, you might be wondering, why did I put ostriches in this place? Well, in ancient times, exotic animals were seen as like products. And also it just adds a little bit of like, yeah, weirdness to the place. Because yeah, you expect like produce, fish, food in general, and pottery and everything to be sold. But then you also need to think about like, yeah, animals would also be sold. Like there are chickens in here. There's ostriches. Because again, exotic animals were products. Now that I come to think of it, sadly, some people still think that animals are products. Or at least like exotic animals. If I ever see someone like that who just thinks like, yeah, wouldn't be a nice conversation with someone who like hunts elephants for sport. I already feel disgusted talking about that. But as I said, most of the video is going to be cluttering up the place, but I wanted to ask you a second thing, which is, do you guys want to see me like set up the place? And with setup, I mean like the bare walls, like defining where a building is going to be and everything. Because like I do a little bit in this video, as you see right now, where I'm like planning out where I'm going to have buildings. But like, do you guys find that interesting, or do you rather see me like detailing a building? Because yeah, I always think like, oh, detailing is a lot more interesting, but might be interesting to like go into the thought process of why I place a building in here. Like, but the first tip I can already give you guys, if you want to have like a dynamic street, don't place the buildings in a straight line. Because yeah, you can do that maybe in a modern street, but even then it will look, yeah, would look a bit offish, because humans as a whole aren't really organized, or at least not in that way. We like a bit of clutter, we like that. So yeah, again, if you want to see that, comment it down below. But if you don't, still comment down below and just say anything. You can just call me a squirrel and I will be fine with it. I am a squirrel, so. But for this footage, the main part I wanted to bring was the importance of sightlines. Like from, how do you call it? The crossing near the station, or crossing the T-split. I don't know how you call it. But, from the road, from the train station, I wanted to have like a clear sightline of the boat attraction, or the swinging boat. And immediately like a few trees had to go, because they were blocking it. And then I saw like, oh, this building, or at least I want to place a building in here. But I was just like, it can't be that big in height, because it's going to block things. And yeah, like, so in the end I placed like a small shed like building, maybe like the office for the shipyard, or not even the office. Like the office will probably be a lot bigger, or at least bigger than this. This could be like a storage shed. Also, if it wasn't a well-to-do shipyard, it could be the office, but yeah, it's the main shipyard and probably the only one I'm going to build, so it needs to be a bit bigger. So I'm trying to find out where I'm going to place that, because the building next to it, I don't want that to be like the office, because I want the office of the shipyard to be attached to the shipyard. So yeah. Again, with the view lines, everything, like, you need to have a straight line to what you want them to see. So the buildings on the left were mainly planned to like slowly bring your eyes to the ship, and the buildings on the right are mainly like the main thing that they all had in common was they don't obstruct the view to the attraction. So a lot of times in this video you will see me like pan back to the start of the sideline, and yeah, that's just mainly like whatever I change, does it still work with the sideline I am having in my head. Also, like, I'm building a small extension now because this building would be a bit too blocky for me, or just like a bit too boxy. And this is a extension that I have built quite a lot of times in different parks, but I always try to change it up. And yeah, I wanted to because the train station is kind of light, and the building next to it is kind of dark, I wanted the extension to kind of like give it a bit of a nice flow from light to dark. So yeah. Now that I'm looking at it, it's very light. So today I'm just like building and detailing 3 buildings now. The sideline in the end did work. Again, I haven't detailed the buildings on the left because their position might change, because again, it's just like the setup. Like, if the building is still like bare bones, just walls, it changes position a lot more frequent than when I have detailed it. I did say in an earlier video that like positions can always change, and it can always, but bare bone buildings change a lot more. So, but to give you like a quick recap of the questions I asked is like, do you guys want to see like teaser shots of what I'm building off screen? Like, you know, 2-3 minutes at the end of the video, or do you guys just want to wait and see it when it's completely finished, which can take a couple months because it's a project that, you know, I do in my off hours when I'm not building like, the rest of the park, and when I just have like a search of inspiration. So yeah. So do you guys want to wait those months, or do you guys want to see like slight teasers? And the second question is, do you guys want to see me set up the place or just like detailing? Your answers to both of these questions, just drop them down in the comments below. Yes, no, why? Don't even need to answer why. If you don't want to comment on those questions, you can just comment anyway. Call me a squirrel. Yeah, I'm a squirrel. Yeah, I have just fully embraced it. It's also a lot of fun. Squirrel. Nice creatures. But yeah. So again, do you want to see slight teasers of the secret project I'm building? Do you want to see me setting up the park as a whole? And if you do, or if you don't, comment your answer down below and I will work it into a video, or I will not, depending on the answer. Also depending on like my squirrel mood, because that can't be foreseen what that will bring. But the video is coming to an end, so hope you liked the video. If you do, please subscribe and like it. Comment anything down below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.